Christian Lindner, the finance minister, is a fiscal hawk, and he had said in 2023 we're going back to the debt brake. Now, that all would have been fine if it hadn't been that the way Germany was spending that money was in a way that was outside of the normal budget. And as you know, as all our viewers know, that Constitutional Court decision last week said that is not okay. That's not that you can't function like this. It's unconstitutional. So that means that they've spent all this money for 2023, and it's late November. At this stage, you can't get that money back in any other way. So getting rid of the debt brake for 2023 just had to happen.
Okay, so basically they had a pot of money over here that was left over from the pandemic. It was borrowing they could have used. They can't use that now because of the constitutional ruling of Karlsruhe. So they've now got a hole, so they need to borrow elsewhere, which is why they're getting rid of the debt brake. Okay, so that's clear. What happens next year?
That's the big question. So for 2023, too late. They had to get rid of it for this year. For next year, they have not yet made a decision. There's several different options here that they could go. First of all, these extra funds they have, these extra money, they could put those into the Constitution. They did that with their extra military spending. For that, though, they need a two-thirds majority in Parliament, and for that, they need the votes from the conservative CDU-CSU fraction. That is exactly, though, the party that actually went to the Constitutional Court and said, hey, this isn't okay. So while the CDU-CSU was willing to do this on the military, I'm not sure that on climate-related things they actually would jump over their own shadow and do this. So what's the other option? The government massively cuts down on spending. That now is something that it's a three-way coalition. Both the Social Democrats and the Greens are very unlikely to do that. The third option is, of course, also suspend the debt brake for 2024. And here we've got the issue because, as I mentioned, Christian Lindner is a fiscal hawk. And the debt brake is one of those things that he has promised to his voters, and he will probably not be willing to do that. So Germany is in a mess.